Garden update. Right here in the front bed, I've used 16-foot cattle panels, cut them in half to create what was going to be a greenhouse for the winter to overwinter these peppers and as support for the peppers. As you can see, the peppers have grown substantially higher than the trellis, but no worries. Winter, cut them down. I've got some clear plastic I can put over them. I was also going to use it for shade cloth as well. Even though it's been in the 90s, that's actually pretty mild. We normally hit 110. Plus, most of the bigger peppers seem to be enjoying this heat, and they've been helping shade out some of the other ones. Anyway, so this is my pepper bed, the first bed. It's like 21 different varieties of peppers, over 30 plants in total. Right here, not really sure what these are. They're supposed to be scorpions, but that's not a scorpion. This was supposed to be a Mad Hatter, or it is a Mad Hatter. It was supposed to be a Scotch bonnet. Let's see, use a little bit bigger one. And they're not very hot, but they're tasty. They're similar to flavor to like a bell pepper. Even have this one's new to me, which I need to cut him off. He's too low to the ground. But this one's new to me. It's a cherry pepper, and I've got both the hot and the sweet variety. Let's see. The chickens. Jalapenos, which were supposed to be a ghost pepper. My habanada. It's a not hot habanero. I have habaneros as well. You can see that. Somewhere in here is a goat horn pepper. Tabasco. I've got Tabasco over there. This is my cayenne, my Thai, chili pepin, which is actually native to us. I'm not even sure what that one is. That one doesn't look like the bird pepper, so he might be the Poblano or the Anahiem or my hatch. But yes, in here I've got Anaheim's, Poblanos, hatches, a bird pepper, 2 Japanese peppers over here, Shih Tzu, however you pronounce it, and then another Japanese hot pepper right here that he has basically shut down for the season. And he's really warm. He's got a hot flavor to him, but it's kind of a floral flavor. Here's a Shih Tzu as well. Then my banana pepper. And the Shih Tzu to me tastes a lot like a banana pepper. So anyway, there's the pepper bed. Totally overskipped. This area right here wasn't originally going to be a bed. And I just started using it. Got some roses, as you can see. Sweet basil. Brussels sprouts. Some carrots. I had grown some carrots and beets in here earlier in the season. I've removed them. And what I'm doing along the fence is planting raspberry or a blackberry on either side of a grape. This is a red grape, Reliance, I believe. Then I've got a yellow raspberry. That's a blackberry. This is a raspberry, the yellow one, and the Ann, I believe, is. And then the Concord grape. And I'm trellising them up about 4 foot, and then trying to tie them off to here and go straight across for the main vine. And I need to deal with some of this. And I'm doing that throughout the whole fence line of the garden. And that is a black raspberry. Forgot the variety. More roses, a double red, a double pink. He's normal pink. I forgot which one. Some different herbs. And then a dwarf rose. That was a pink drift, knockout pink drift. More raspberries. Niagara grape. which is doing really well right now. And yes, I need to deal with these raspberries because they are all up in my walk path. Another grape that's struggling, but he's alive. That's a purple raspberry. Oh, that's a blackberry, raspberry, and I've got them all written down. Muscadine grape, first year to grow it, and I'm shocked to see that there's already little grapes on it. I was like, wow. Raspberries, 2 or 3 different varieties of raspberries. Another grape, red seedless, I forgot the name. Tried to start another one over there. Right over here. He didn't make it. I'll replace him next year. In the middle bed, I've got okra as tall as, I don't know. They're just trying to reach the sky, I swear. Green beans. And that's 2 different varieties of okra. I tried Clemson last year. I'm trying Louisiana, and I forgot what this other one is. This year, I really actually like the Louisiana variety. This is a dwarf okra, and I just planted it, I swear, like a month or 2 ago. And I've already got okra I need. And I just picked okra off of him like 2 days ago. Start of the green beans. Now we're in August. Second week of August. And hitting quite warm. And yet this brand new growth is just flourishing. Like 2 different varieties of eggplants. Black Beauties, which I've done some trimming on because they were getting crazy. And the long purple. And then I got 3 varieties of tomatoes in there. They've shut down as well. It's just, I guess, gotten too hot. Once again, trellis method. This trellis seems to be able to actually support the tomato. And that's that. We got like a ton of rain. Ooh, there's a red tomato in there too. This spring and summer, all of a sudden just rain felt like for days. And when that happened, it just caused a lot of issues. But they're still alive. If I can keep them alive until fall, they'll have a bumper crop. All right, on this side, I did have just row of strawberries, but with this heat, they didn't make it. Wonderful bumper crop of strawberries. Absolutely incredible when you're growing them from home. I tried 6 different varieties of green beans this year, one of which never even came up. One of which struggled to come up. This is what's left of my spring green beans, and I literally picked them days ago, and I can see I am already behind on picking them. And then, if you're wondering what he is, I've also planted blueberries in this whole, in the center of this whole bed, and multiple different varieties of blueberries, including, and he is not looking happy, a pink lemonade blueberry. Yeah, he's done. Oops. Yeah, literally. But I got a couple of survivors. And they look kind of pink, the fruit, instead of more purple. But kind of the idea with the varieties is to see what grows well here and flavor. Because if it doesn't taste good, why grow it? Or if it's struggling to grow here, why grow it? I do worry about some of the fruits not getting enough chill hours. But that's what part of my test is. The Muscadine, I might need to move him. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put him. Anyway. Oh yeah, so I've got a Thompson seedless over here, and which is a green. And then another, I think it's a black seedless right there. And then these are all black, or these are all blackberries, all thornless. Put them right there at the gate. So that way, first thing you walk in, you don't scratch yourself up. Try to put the thorn varieties a little more out of the way on the other side of the garden. So anyway, gotta love how tall that is. I literally picked them days ago and they've already got some big okra on. So anyway, oh, let me show you the fence. So it's about 4 foot high, 2 by 4 wire. And then I took a 16-foot cattle panel, and it's a little more than 4 foot wide. It's elevated off the ground some, because I really wanted the cattle panel for support for the grapes, and some support for the blackberries and raspberries. And obviously they don't need the support kind of close to the ground. I also, because you can see my background, I have a deer pressure problem. 6 foot's not going to keep a deer out, but it's still going to discourage them. And so I haven't had any problems with the deer at the 4 foot height or the 6 foot height, but that doesn't mean they still won't come in here and enjoy a very delicious snack. That's another fear that I do have with growing on the outside, that they will munch on the leaves that make it through the fence. And I find it interesting, some of the leaves they have done that too. Huh, I didn't touch. Oh, these are sage. Just shoved some sage there and eventually it grew somewhere over here. So this looks crazy because I planted on the outside, planted some watermelons and cucumbers and squash and whatnot. And oh, here we are. So a deer just came in here and just munched the leaves off. I'm pretty sure it was deer. It could be a bug. Wow, look at that grow. Can't wait to try them. And yes, I need to do a little bit of gardening, some landscaping, maintenance. Oh yeah, you can see it real well right here. Single stalk up and then fork it out. The idea was the grapes could grow at the top. The grapes could grow up here at the top, and the raspberries and blackberries can grow right up and just trim them. Keep them right below the grapes. So that way, wall of raspberries and then wall of grapes. I just borrowed an idea that vineyards use. We'll have a single stalk coming up and then they split it to the sides. Why reinvent the wheel? That could have been a bug. Anyway. So anyway, there's the garden. It's doing very well. It was established originally with like wood chips, compost, just let it sit down on the ground. I came in, and I don't normally recommend tilling, but I came in, tilled it all together, tilled it all up because the ground here was really hard, really compact. Then I came in and took the material where my walk paths were going to be and took that material and threw it where my beds are going to be to create kind of a raised bed situation. But to keep the dirt from falling back into the walk paths, I came in with wood chips and just threw a bunch of wood chips down because I really didn't like the idea of using treated wood and whatnot. And especially right now, the price of wood is insane. I did this before wood prices and it was still kind of pricey. So I just used wood chips. The idea being too, what if I want to fertilize again? Yes, nice, lovely weeds. I can literally dig up my walk path and I've got great fertilizer that I'm stepping on right there. Throw that in the garden and then just wood chip my walk paths again. Yes, I've got a guinea. Hi. They're so cool. I got guineas, chickens, ducks, and geese. The guineas are probably one of my favorites. So, the rose was just kind of for fun. I had a weird little spot right here. And it's a dwarf variety. You won't get too big. These roses got put in here because a deer kept eating them. They were a lot better looking before I planted them. The deer decimated them. Brought them here to kind of recover, regrow, But they might not be long for the garden. They might get a new home somewhere else when they recover. But we'll see. Anyway, there you go. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Stay hydrated.